Alright, when I got back to work on this project, the main fuselage was mainly complete, so I decided to move on the wings, starting with the 2mm Depron templates and tracing out the aileron and flap locations. To get the dihedral angle, I glued on the main spar and used some stock balsa to extend all the way to wingtips. I was thinking about using a simple Clark Y for this plane, but decided to go with a semi-symmetrical airfoil in order to get some wind penetration. I printed out the correctly sailed airfoil sizes, transferred them onto 6mm Depron, and glued them on with the right spacing. I decided to make the flap and aileron servos removable by screwing them onto a balsa block and gluing that balsa block on. That way I can just open up the sheeting and screw them off if I need to. I also made trailing and leading edges out of balsa. For the correct retract placement, I used the templates once again and cut out the main Depron and spar area and added a structure underneath for the screws to go into. For the wing saddle, I simply cut out my airfoil over the card models, placed it over the fuselage, and repeated the cut process. Once I made sure the wing was perpendicular with the fuselage, the balsa and light ply structure I made was epoxied in, and I marked, drilled, and added dowels for the wing, which plugs into the fiberglass front setup bulkhead, which completes the wing attachment process. Now that I could use the fuselage as a lining reference for the motor mounts, I started building the firewall and wheel well. I glued 2 balsa sticks to the leading edge and main spar and used a stick mount to mount the motor. However, at this point, the extra weight of the motors for the CG was causing the wing to twist, so I sheathed the outer halves of the wing with the piece of balsa to add some washout. Here's a completed motor mount and nacelle structure. That form in the middle is for the nacelle cover, which I make up later out of Depron. With the motor, receiver, and servo wiring in place, I made sure the motors were spinning in the correct direction, and I sheeted over the inner portions of the wing. To add some fun to the already light airframe, I cut in the cargo door using the car model drawings, and once it's covered, I'll use magnets to hold it in place. It should work as an easy access camera and ballast platform. Using the excess inner wing sheeting, I created some flap gaps and filled in the belly gap under the wing with Depron structure. Here's the airframe with the tail taped on. I'm working on the nacelles at the moment, so once I'm finished, I can start covering and make a new build video.